Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll show you how to fix Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands if it gets stuck on the splash screen or stays on an infinite loading screen on your PC. We'll adjust the processor settings in Windows, and if that doesn't work, I'll also show you another option you can try in your BIOS. Let's get started. Solution 1. First, open the Start menu and type System Configuration. Open System Configuration. Go to the Boot tab. Click Advanced Options. Find Number of Processors. Check the box next to it. Open the drop-down menu and set the number of processors to 8. Click OK, then click Apply and OK again. Windows will ask you to restart your computer. Click Restart. After your PC restarts, launch Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands and check if the game can now get past the splash screen or infinite loading screen. Restore the processor setting after playing. If this solution works, I recommend restoring the processor setting when you are finished playing. Open the Start menu again and type System Configuration. Open it, go to the Boot tab, click Advanced Options. If you changed number of processors, return it to its original setting. You can also simply uncheck Number of Processors to allow Windows to manage the setting automatically. Click OK, then click Apply and OK. Restart your computer to apply the change. Solution 2. If the game is still stuck on the loading or splash screen, you can try changing a setting inside your system BIOS. Restart your computer and enter the BIOS or UEFI settings. The key used to enter the BIOS depends on your motherboard or computer manufacturer, but common keys include Delete, F2, F10, or F12. Inside the BIOS, look for your CPU configuration settings. If your processor has E-cores, try temporarily disabling them. You can also try disabling hyperthreading. Save the changes and exit the BIOS. Allow Windows to start normally, then launch Ghost Recon Wildlands again and check if the issue has been resolved. If this solution works, you can return to the BIOS after you finish playing and re-enable E-cores or hyperthreading. And that's all there is to it.